Brainbox.
Got confused for a patient carer in the hospital. Hello people. It's a nice short story with no repercussions whatsoever. I have an okay relationship with my 68-year neighbor. She has some health issues, and no, I'm a med student. Tonight she had a peak of high blood pressure and called me for help. I went there and we took to the hospital. We spent some hours sat, she talked a lot, and the nice old lady who was sat next to us with whom we were talking to came to me with a piece of paper and a pen. I asked what did she want me to do with it, and she told me to write down my phone so she could call me to accompany her in her hospital visits. I told I was not being paid to be there and was just a neighbor. She said okay, and we moved on. Formal delivery? This is a short one, but tonight my husband pulls into our apartment and starts walking to our place when a Karen stops him, points to a car with a Domino's sign on it and says, "Hey, are you delivering? You can't park there." For context, he was wearing a really nice suit and carrying home dinner in California pizza kitchen bag. WTH lady? When is the last time Domino's delivered to anyone in a suit and tie? Mistaken identity. This one's more fun than troubling. One of the jobs I have, I work at a purple taco church, and we ran out of the soft taco sized tortillas due to managerial ineptitude. So they gave me a few bucks and had me run across the shopping center to the Sons of Albert grocery store. As I was walking around, a guy came up to me in the produce section and said, "Hey, where did you guys keep the onions?" Not wanting to be a dick, I said right over there for regular and over there for organic. He told me thanks, you're the best, and went on his way. I like to think I was the best that day. Hey, you work at Arby's, right? Cut some fabric for me. I work at Arby's. I had just gotten off shift to head over to Walmart to hire a repair kit for my bike. Passing the fabric section, this family asked me if I could cut some fabric for them. I was in my full uniform with my red apron and black hat. I observed an interaction. Sorry if this doesn't go here, but I was at work the other day and observed one customer ask another where to find something, assuming the second customer worked there. The second customer, who was in their fast food uniform, a black collared shirt and black pants, nicely informed her that she did not work there and did not know where the product was. She then went on to say how she also sometimes asks other customers where to find things in other stores because the uniforms aren't obvious. The first customer laughed and cheerily went on her way. I hope she found what she was looking for. I'm not the manager, Karen. For some reason I attract Karens like nobody's business, and today as I drug my sick body from the grocery store pharmacy to the exit, I had a Karen come at me saying, "Excuse me, are you the manager?" I pointed to the company logo on my shirt and said no, and kept walking. She keeps pace with me and says, "Well, you look like you could be the manager. What is it about me?" This is the second time in 3 weeks that I've been harassed by a Karen. Deep thoughts at Walmart. Another Walmart late at night post reminded me of a dude from last August. I almost never go to Walmart, but it was the only place that had a replacement for my broken Fitbit band in stock. So I knew where nothing was and had just asked for directions myself. On my way towards electronics, this dude approached me asking where to find a specific kind of chips. I don't remember which. He had clearly enjoyed some herbal self-medication. I pointed out that I didn't work there. He went, "But you're here." I replied, "So are you." He did a full whoa. I continued on my way before he finished that deep thought. I'm not a stripper. Hi, first time poster here, but just started reading the stories and wow, there are some really good ones. So my story begins several years ago when I was a waitress at Waffle House. It's not exactly an "I don't work here, but I don't work there" kind of situation. So one morning, after working a night shift, I stopped at a gas station to get some gas before going home. Exhausted and, may I add, in full uniform and everything, hat and apron included, I go to pay for my gas by pulling out my large wad of tips, mostly $1 bills. Out of nowhere I hear this disgusted sound from the cashier, so I look up to meet her eyes. Hear the conversation. Me as me cashier is played by cash manager will be played by M. Cash, you should be ashamed of what you do. Me, very tired and confused. I'm sorry, what? Cash, you should be ashamed of being a stripper. She was acting all holier than thou. Me, wow, where did that come from? Cash, you need to leave, I don't want trash in my store. Me, lady, I'm a waitress. I'm in the waffle batter covered uniform. Cash, yeah whatever, just leave. M, who was in the office right behind her with the door open, called for her to the office and closed the door. I was still in shock when this lady came flying out of the office mad with her purse. Cash, rotten hell stripper. She yelled this at me before leaving the store. M come out the office and apologized for the woman's behavior and said that she had been warned before about it before and fired her in the spot. He gave me a free breakfast biscuit and some coffee for the trouble. I thanks him and I paid for my gas. I was still in shock when I got home and told my mom what happened. This story gets better. A few days later, I'm in the dish pit washing dishes when the same woman comes in to speak to a manager. She didn't see me till she had finished speaking with him. She looked me straight in the eye before turning red and rushing out the door. I asked what she wanted and he said she wanted to know if we were hiring. I started laughing and explained to him that was the woman from the gas station. Of course I told my coworkers about it. She never came back. Add-on, apparently it was because I had mostly $1 bills. In her little mind, only strippers have ones.